Hey guys, today we're playing Ark Survival Evolved's Primitive Plus version 1759.2. And this is episode 2. The first episode we built this kitchen over here, all the stuff, put everything down, told you a little bit about each of the Prim Plus items we got here. And now I'm going to build the workshop portion right here, which I just finished building with regular wood instead of the lumber. And some stone over here. This is the storage room. This is all stone, so I can keep my stuff safe. There's the sleeping people. Alright, so let's get right into it. And first, we're going to put down the furnaces. And this is just a normal furnace from the vanilla game. I think I'm going to put these right here. And, you know, they're just the normal ones, but they also do make glass, which I believe you put silica pearls and crystal in here. And then after you turn it on for a little bit, it will start to make glass. So that is what that does. Just try to line this up a little bit good here. Alright. So this is the... That's actually smaller than that it would be. Miner's box. So you can just use it to store bulk amounts of metal. So you got a bunch of slots in here, and it just stores metal. There's some in there. See if it takes raw and ingot form. And yeah, just put a bunch of metal in here. That's about it. This is just a big storage box. And you can also use the Furnace and Primitive Plus to make steel, which you do need some of the other structures, which all you got to do is put some, where is it here? Some carbon in there with the steel iron ingot that's already made from the regular iron chunks. And it will become a steel ingot, and use it to build various Primitive Plus items like the battle axe and whatnot. And this is glass from silica pearls and crystal. Alright, so... Oh, and these boxes here are just for now. I'm going to destroy them once they're finished. This is just to hold all the stuff at the smithy's end. Yeah, that's the smithy. This is the construction table. This is some other boxes, and... Well, that's the boxes. This is something else. I don't know. Alright, just gonna throw this in there. Now, next up is the, well, I'm gonna try to put this table somewhere, though I'm not really sure if it has any purpose. Just a regular table, it's Prim Plus item. I'll put that down later. I do have another furnace, but I think we're good with those two right there. I guess I'll start setting up the Prim Plus grindstones. That right here. And this is the regular wooden window frame, but with a Primitive Plus glass window in it. I think it looks a lot nicer than the regular wood one. So this is the hand mill, not grindstone, and it's basically just a really big mortar and pestle, but instead of us making, like, you know, gunpowder and cementing paste and narcotic and spark powder, it also makes some of the other things like Primitive Plus things you can't make in the mortar and pestle, but you can make in here. Like clay, I believe these are some ground up seeds of some sort, flour there from some of the Prim Plus items, and salt, which you just put crystal in, and it'll make a bunch of salt, which then you can use for hide. Alright, I don't know why I keep doing that. So I have a bunch of these. Usually have one for narcotic, one for spark powder, gunpowder, one for clay, and then one for glass. I do have one extra again with this, but I think 4 is fine for right now. Alright, that looks pretty good. So, the next item, I believe this is the construction table, which you need to make a lot of the structures in Prim Plus. Actually, let me put down this first. This is the Advanced Smithy, which is only a Prim Plus, but I think it's pretty cool. It should be in the vanilla game. I have to get high enough level. Advanced Workbench, it's just a smithy, but everything just costs slightly less, so pick just 7 hide. Axe, I think, takes 8 metal and 10 hide. This takes 6 metal and 7 hide, so it's just smithy, but everything's cheaper. Oh, the Prim Plus guns and everything. And here is the construction table. Alright. So this makes a lot of the Prim Plus items in here. Everything in here is actually Prim Plus because the workstation itself is Prim Plus. Some of the stuff you put down last episode here, as well as the grindstone cement mixer. Be doing in another episode, I built an outside patio, as well as the oil tank, which is, that's not the oil tank. Where's the oil tank? Here it is. I'm stupid. It just holds oil. Now what do I have next here? I got the grindstones, which are used to make Prim Plus weapons. I have 2 of them. I think I made 1 extra. That's right. Here. So this, I don't have the enneagram one right now, but you just use it. It's just crafting. It's just used to make the machete, the Viking axe, and the sharpened sword in Prim Plus. The advanced melee weapons. And that's all it really does. Only 3 things I believe it makes. I forgot about the firewood holder. This is the firewood holder. We have one in the kitchen too, with just... Actually, I'll put it right here. It just holds firewood you can make outside. I put one in the kitchen last episode too. You just run in here to the lumber station. And you can make this, which is regular wood, firewood. This is dry. Actually, let me go get some fresh ones right here. Show off this again. I did show it off last episode. Oh, I forgot my axe. Punch it. Okay, this piece of wood. Put one of these in here, and you can make firewood. But when you first craft it, it actually comes out. You get 2 for 1 piece of wood fresh, and then it eventually has to spoil, so... Even though you don't have to put it in the firewood holder, the idea is that you just put all the wood in here for it to spoil, and then you can use it as dry firewood, which has a significantly longer burning time in furnaces and cooking stations. You just throw that in there. Those are for the furnaces. I think 3 should be enough. This is coming together rather nicely. The wood didn't look as good as I thought it would look compared to the lumber. This is also, and some of the pieces up there are messed up just from being from lumber to wood. There's some spaces in there, and I just don't look up there. Ooh, a little laggy here. I don't know why, but the frames here are actually really bad. Some of the Primitive Plus stuff does give you pretty bad frames on Xbox, which is what we're playing on right now. I guess it just needs more optimization, but it does get pretty framey when you start to build a lot of the stuff. We have these. Where should we put these? So you put one here. Good enough. This is a modern storage shelf, and this is just a storage box, but it has just a lot more slots. You just need lumber and some other stuff to build in the construction events here. So it's just storage. Nothing new. Put one over here too. Alright, now that is most of the things, but apparently I forgot to make the canning bench. So let me just actually grab some wood out from here. Let's see what I need to make. Let's make in the construction table, I think. Throw the stuff in here. I can't. Wait, is it in here? No, maybe not. Oh, it's in my inventory. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. Let's see if I can just find it here. Sorry about this. Don't know how I forgot to make one of these. Is it around here somewhere? Oh, and this is the windmill, which I will be putting outside another episode. Here's the thing. Alright, just 20 fiber. I have fiber. Ooh, it's getting quite foggy in here. in here, apparently. Well, there's 11, but I need 20. And fiber. Alright, now, where shall I put this? Maybe I should have put that here. Eh. Put it here? I'm not really sure where to put this. I think I should have put it here. Let's demolish this. And this is the sanding rack, and all I do is put hide and salt in there, which you get from grounding up crystal in this hand mill. Oh, sorry about that. My friend just came online. And you just, this is limestone. That's for the clay. You could also grind up claystone and limestone here to make the clay over here, which you do need for a few things like the canteen and all the primitive plus adobe structures, not the regular adobe structures like you'd find in scorched earth. Just grab a drink here. So yeah, just salt. You just grind that up in there. I think I have some around here. And throw in some hide. Yep, here's some salt. Let's throw it in there with the leather. Let me grab some right now. Or the hide. Comes leather. And this takes a really long time, but eventually these two things will make some leather. And you can use that in the construction bench and the advanced smithy or just a regular smithy to make some of the items, like the gun. Yep, leather. And all those other ingredients. Now let's see if we can find a place for this table. Maybe I'll put this in the middle of the room. I have to destroy these first. But I think that's all we can do for right now, and I'll bring you back when this is all done. Alright guys, we're back, and I just removed all the storage boxes there, and this is basically just a finished room right here. And I think it looks pretty good actually right now. Now unfortunately I cannot find a place for that modular table I had out before because, I mean, I really couldn't stick it anywhere in the middle. I thought that was kind of weird. Oh, that was where my screen went black. So I had to put it in the kitchen. So I put it on top of this table right here. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Anyway, this is the finished workshop. I got everything sorted out. Well, not that one apparently. I was supposed to have narcotics meat in there, but I think I ran out. That one was for narcotics. This one's for spark powder, gunpowder. This one is for claystone, which I can actually make a little bit of right now. Just need limestone and claystone. And glass, which you just put crystal in here and you make salt. That's basically it. Not very exciting. And I did put that thing I destroyed here, right here. This is just full of a bunch of random stuff. That was a good place for it. It's kind of dark. Nothing's different in here. Still sleeping people. And I put some firewood in here so I could have fuel for the furnaces. And yeah, that's basically about it. I hope you enjoyed my video and have a great day.